everybody. Welcome to Logan Martin Lake here at Lakeside Park. We're at the Alabama Bass Trail presented by Phoenix Boats. Robbie Floyd along with the program director of the ABT, Kay Donaldson. And I say welcome back because literally the nation has been shut down for the past couple of months. And we're the first big tournament series to fire things back up again.
You know, and that's an awesome feeling to be able to set the stage and let people know that we're back. Fishing is back. A lot of the bigger trails are starting the 1st of June, but we were fortunate enough to be able to get permits to start our series and basically carry through with the rest of our schedule.
And a lot of contingencies had to be, you've had to take care of a lot of things you wouldn't normally have to do otherwise. A lot of things that look a little different today.
It is going to look and feel a lot different, but it's the same great anglers, the same great lakes in the state of Alabama, and we're looking forward to it.
And let's talk about the lake here at Logan Martin. A lot of fish being caught this week. We talked to people in practice that caught 30, 40, even one pair that said they caught 70 fish 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's the great thing about Logan Martin. It's packed full of fish, and we kept hearing the same thing, 1-2 pounders, but 2-3 years from now, those are going to be 4 or 5 pounders, and they're catching that many of them. So it just speaks highly for the way this lake is managed, as well as the lakes across the state of Alabama.
I can't wait to see what they catch today. Will we have some big ones come across the stage? Let's take a look at some of our first casts.
Well, here we are back again, Alabama Bass Trail. We have taken a little hiatus due to the COVID-19 stuff. Here we are, beautiful Lake Logan Martin. What's the fishing going to be like today?
I think fishing's going to be good. You know, we're late enough in the spring to where the cold weather is not going to affect the fish nearly as much as it is the fishermen. So I expect maybe a shad spawn this morning. Guys better get on them early because the boat traffic will pick up later in the day.
And there'll be a lot of guys that make a long run here to the dam. You know, the mid-lake section up to the dam, that's
Right.
a heavy hidden area. But we said this morning, you see guys fishing right here at takeoff. There'll be guys not even leave this cove.
Exactly.
So the whole lake's in play today.
We've just pulled into this area. Kind of back of the boat's got a fish. Looks like a little one from here. Probably a spotted bass. This lake has a lot of spotted bass in it. The key to a lot of these guys, though, is it's going to be really getting those largemouth bite. They really make the difference.
Well, here we are, guys, right on our very first stop. We are within sight of takeoff. Like we said, a lot of guys are going to fish this area really close to the ramp because it's just a great area to fish. We got one on already. And that's what guys are trying to do here. We got a little shad spawn going on, so this bite's gonna be really quick. So guys wanted to shut down and get to fishing really quick. Y'all didn't have a very far run this morning.
No.
Did y'all even crank the big motor?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we top watered all through the pocket, didn't do anything there, so come back out to the point.
Kind of looking for a shad spawn probably at this point?
The thing about Logan Martin, there's so many fish in this lake that I really expect, if not the entire field, at least the majority of the field to have 5 fish. The key really is the little bit better quality fish, 3 pounds and up. Now we just saw this boat catch a fish. The guy in the back of the boat caught a fish, and he was out off the ledge. This fish, this guy in the front of the boat, and he was actually throwing up on the flat. More than likely, this is an area that could hold a shad spawn. Without fishing myself, I don't know for sure that shad spawn's happening, but I would bet that's really what's going on right here. Got another fish. There again, he's throwing up on top of that flat. It looks like the better fish are maybe on that flat as opposed to on the ledge. Now the guy in the back of the boat's got another fish.
Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Bill Penny Toyota, official truck of the Alabama Bass Trail, by TH Marine, improving your boat from transom to trolling motor, and by Jax, all about the South. There's more to come.
At Phoenix Boats, our passion for fishing is obvious. Whether it's a pro event or fishing with our family and friends,
we truly love the sport of fishing.
That's why our goal is to make every single Phoenix boat that goes out the door the best fishing platform it can be in both design and construction.
We love to fish as much as anyone, and we believe it shows in every boat we build.
Phoenix Boats, built by anglers for anglers.
Bill Penny Toyota is Alabama's #1 volume Toyota dealer. But that's not the only reason to get to know Bill Penny. Enjoy a 10-year unlimited warranty on every new Toyota in stock. Get 1 year of 24/7 roadside assistance. Test drive for the chance to win $5,000. You heard right. 5,000 big ones. Plus, choose from over 700 new Toyotas in stock and price to move. Bill Penny Toyota is Alabama's #1 volume Toyota dealer. Get to know us today.
If you didn't already know, AmFirst has great rates on auto loans, and boat loans, and motorcycle loans, and really any loans, including ones for your business. With a variety of terms as low as 2%, we're kind of hard to beat.
The TH Marine HydroWave H2 KVD Edition is a surefire way to ignite a feeding frenzy. The HydroWave utilizes a sound-emitting technology that imitates bait fish and other feeding fish below the surface that preys on the competitive nature of bass and other game fish to get you more bites. The HydroWave is another way that TH Marine has you covered from transom to trolling motor.
Don't blink, because in just the blink of an eye, your chance could be gone. Things happen fast around here. Don't miss your chance to join the Alabama Bass Trail in 2021. 17 hours was all it took to fill the field last year. August 15th is new team registration day. $48,000 paid out per event, $10,000 to first place, and no entry fee championship worth $100,000. August 15th is sign-up day. Don't hesitate, don't delay, save the date. AlabamaBassTrail.org.
Spotted bass and largemouths are on the minds of these anglers this morning here at the second stop of the ABT South Division on Lake Logan Martin. Oh, and don't think that $10,000 first place prize hasn't crossed their minds either. 225 teams launched at daybreak to an unseasonably cold morning, all with achieving the goal of catching the 5 biggest bass they can and winning this event to move on and immediately qualify for the championship later this year. Who's going to do it? Let's get back out on the water and see what our anglers are up to.
Oh, I just said there could be a big one back here. Oh, look at that. That's a 3. Oh, shit, I have one too. God damn it.
How's it going?
Been kind of slow. We got 4. We missed 3 good ones. About it so far.
Slow? Yeah. Got any? Got 4? Is that kind of what you expected from your practice, or is it conditions change? Right. I don't know if you picked that up. He said that the water's come up some since when they first started fishing, and I'd heard the lake's been kind of fluctuating. Yeah, it wasn't too bad first thing this morning, but the last 45 minutes or so, it's gotten pretty bad. Yeah.
think it's going to be windy all day long.
Y'all got a limit already?
No, we got 4.
Got 4. Y'all catch them pretty quick?
No, not really.
Had to work for it.
It's here and there.
You do have a limit. Limit at 6:30. What kind of size you got?
13 and a half, 14.
Okay. This is the first time he's been on the lake. They showed up Wednesday and Thursday for practice. He said Thursday they came in here, and he's kind of on the edge of the shelf. It's kind of deep water where my boat's sitting. He comes up shallow water close to that seawall, and he said that they were running in here feeding on shad up in that shallow water. He said they just kind of run up in that shallow water and then pull back off in the deeper water. And said he got here first thing this morning and had their limit by 6, I think he said 6:20. About 8 o'clock in the morning. We've seen several boats that already have a limit, which is kind of what we expected for this lake. And in the last 30-45 minutes, we've really noticed the wind picking up. I think this is going to have an effect on a lot of guys. A lot of the techniques we've seen so far have been light line with light weights. This wind is going to make that really difficult. Guys are going to have to make adjustments in order to stay on these fish and catch the kind of weight that they really need. We're still looking for guys that are looking for the 3-pound plus fish.
This portion of the program is sponsored in part by Sweet Home Alabama, by Garmin, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, will be right back.
At Phoenix Boats, our passion for fishing is obvious. Whether it's a pro event or fishing with our family and friends,
We truly love the sport of fishing.
that's why our goal is to make every single Phoenix boat that goes out the door the best fishing platform it can be in both design and construction.
We love to fish as much as anyone, and we believe it shows in every boat we build.
Phoenix Boats, built by anglers for anglers.
The taste of the South starts out here. However you roll into work, you can bring the flavor with Jack's Breakfast Catering. Huge scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and hearty breakfast sandwiches, mixed or matched, starting at just $15. Don't forget to add delicious fresh ground Royal Cup coffee and classic breakfast sides, because great work starts with great breakfast. Breakfast catering starting at $15 from Jack's. All about the South.
That's a big one. No, he won't go.
So y'all coming here to get out of the wind, I guess, like everybody else.
Air. I guess I really didn't know what 8 mile an hour winds Close. This feels like more than that.
You know, earlier in the day we were seeing guys throwing a lot of, you know, light line, lightweight, more finesse. We talked earlier about this wind really making that difficult. These guys are throwing a Carolina rig, and that's one way you can combat that. The Carolina rig, it's still a finesse presentation. You're still able to throw, you know, the small baits. But that heavy weight ahead of that bait allows you to make the cast you need to. You can drag it slowly along the bottom. You can still feel it, so the wind does not really create a problem with the Carolina rig. How's your day going so far, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
Snuck in here on you.
Yeah, y'all did.
You focused on what you're doing. You got them?
12 and a half pounds. So.
All right. Got a limit about 12 and a half pounds. That's a good way to start. You know, we put up on these guys, and this is the second boat we've seen doing this, but throwing the swim jig around these docks. They said they've done this pretty much all day. And I've noticed when we first started watching them that the guy in the front of the boat seemed to really be swimming his jig kind of high in the water column. The guy in the back of the boat was fishing his a lot slower, like more on the bottom or swimming it real close to the bottom. We talk all the time, you know, about team tournaments and how it's really helpful that the two guys can do something different. Even though these guys are fishing what looks like the same bait to us, they're fishing them with different technique. So, you know, the guy in the front of the boat, by swimming his high in the water column, he's really looking for that more active fish, the fish that's willing to come chase his bait. And the guy in the back of the boat, you know, he's kind of coming up to that same dock area, you know, after the guy in the front's already fished it. So by swimming his a lot slower and closer to the bottom, then that fish that wasn't willing to go chase that bait on top, you know, he may get that bite. Here we are. We've been on the water all day long. Now we're off the water. It's definitely warmed up. It's not nearly as cold as it was first thing this morning. Jason, first place we stopped, we saw guys catching fish right off the bat. As we moved on, guys already had a limit. Ran into some guys a little bit later in the morning, 11, 12 pounds. Looked like they were looking for big bites. They said 3 pound plus fish were going to be the key by the end of the day. What'd you see?
You know, we left right outside the no wake zone and just barely got on the motor. The guy's sitting right there and got a limit really quick. Moved on down cove after cove after cove. Shad spawn was majorly happening this morning.
Right.
But it was short.
Yes.
I mean, we're gonna run over to these guys over here and watch them fish. They all loaded up and left. You know, so we saw guys with the same thing, 10, 11 pounds. You know, shad spawn, but then the wind picked up amazingly.
Right.
You know, I wasn't expecting that at all. It was gonna blow 8 today. I think it's blowing 80.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden it just started blowing really hard. Yeah. It really affected these guys.
That's going to mess up some guys that have wanted to do that offshore bite today. And, you know, we saw some guys doing it, but they had to upsize their weights, dragging. I mean, they're going to catch them, but it's going to be tough.
So I think there's going to be a lot of limits caught on this lake, as we see every time. 9 to 12 pounds, going to be a lot of guys. The key is going to be get above 12 pounds. What do you think is going to win?
18, 18 and a half.
18, I'll go 19. Stay tuned for weigh-ins next.
This portion of Alabama Bass Drill TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Bill Penny Toyota, Sweet Home Alabama, and by America's First Federal Credit Union. Stay with us, there's more to come.
The TH Marine Hydrowave H2 KVD Edition is a surefire way to ignite a feeding frenzy. The Hydrowave utilizes a sound-emitting technology that imitates bait fish and other feeding fish below the surface that preys on the competitive nature of bass and other game fish to get you more bites. The Hydrowave is another way that TH Marine has you covered from transom to trolling motor.
At Phoenix Boats, our passion for fishing is obvious. Whether it's a pro event or fishing with our family and friends,
we truly love the sport of fishing.
That's why our goal is to make every single Phoenix boat that goes out the door the best fishing platform it can be in both design and construction.
We love to fish as much as anyone, and we believe it shows in every boat we build.
Phoenix Boats, built by anglers for anglers.
Some things ain't worth keeping. Yesterday's traditions, today's adventures, tomorrow's memories. Now that's something worth keeping. Fish Alabama and find your keeper.
For more information, visit fishalabama.org.
The splash of your paddle mimics the pelican as it drops down from above. As the calmness of the water washes away any lingering concerns, you listen to the tall grass sing of the surrounding beauty and how the best views only get better when they're shared. This is Alabama. And when you're here, you can take it all in.
Bill Petty Toyota is Alabama's #1 volume Toyota dealer. But that's not the only reason to get to know Bill Petty. Enjoy a 10-year unlimited warranty on every new Toyota in stock. Get 1 year of 24/7 roadside assistance. Test drive for the chance to win $5,000. You heard right. 5,000 big ones. Plus, choose from over 700 new Toyotas in stock and price to move. Bill Petty Toyota is Alabama's #1 volume Toyota dealer. Get to know us today.
Saw one good one in there. You needed 5 more of those like that one on the near side. But 5 is 5, and 5 is going to get you the lead. It's 785. You've got 836. Yep, 836, your official score. Jimmy Harrison, Franklin Clark, 1243. Good to get it started. Good job, brother. Hey, right now we need 1243 to take the lead. It's going to be close, and he does it. Jerry Evans, Cody Evans, 1289, taking over that top spot.
Just threw a shad wrap all day and a little bit of shaky head and got him in the boat and started culling. But didn't really have much luck until the end of the day. We caught another big one, a little spot off another point. So.
All right, next call, we're going to weigh some bigs. Let's bring on Noah Godwin, Cole Godwin, the winners at the first stop at ABT South. You know you're going to stand over there. You're going to be grabbing here in just a second. Let's find out what they got. So is it going to be a back-to-back kind of deal for you? It doesn't feel like he has enough this time, but right now we need 1289 to take the lead. They are going to take the lead. They are going to get their picture taken. 1473 for Godwin, and Godwin doing it again.
It started off kind of slow. We caught some small ones, but about 9 or 10 o'clock we started catching the bigger ones. About 11 o'clock we flipped up the 4-pounders. So.
Okay, what were the baits you used today?
Caught them swimming a jig and caught the biggest one flipping a Texas rig.
Brandon Hurst, Mike Freeman, they need 1473. They got 1764 here on Logan Martin, a new leader on the Alabama Bass Trail South.
Well, it kind of started kind of slow. It did. By 9:30, we probably had 13 pounds. But we just cold up a little bit along.
Yeah, that's probably about the time we actually saw you guys on the water today. Saw you pitching the docks. Yeah, we did sneak up on you, pitching the docks with jig.
That's right.
Now, and I don't think you had quite 17 pounds when we saw you. How did your afternoon transpire? How did it unfold?
We just caught one here and there. We just stuck with it. We caught the last one right before we came in. 10 minutes before we come in.
He's got some good ones. He needs 1764 to take the lead. He's not going to do that. He is going to move into third with 1364, but Lamar and Zach caught him because this is going to be a good one. He said it's a 5-pounder. It's a 5-pounder. 508 for Landerthan Hester. 508, so we do have a 5-pounder in the mix. 5.5 equals 25, so that could always be the max. I'm thinking, somewhere between 20 and 25, Chris, could come across stage day.
First fish of the morning we pulled up. We practiced Thursday and Friday. Got on a good swim jig bite in the grass, a little ways upriver, not too far. And we left. We didn't even go check them yesterday. We went back in there this morning, about the first 10 minutes, put her in the boat, and it was slow after that. It was a bite every hour, just about till about 10:30 or so, and it just shut off. So we went to Plan B and we caught us a couple spots.
Hey, we need 1764 to take the lead. It's going to be a couple shy of that. But moving into second, 1506, Foster Bradley and Nick Harris.
We had a good game plan this morning, but the wind and boat traffic. We were fishing brush, right? And we just couldn't set up on it and fish it. So we said, heck with it at 9 o'clock, and we put a frog in our hands and just went to some good areas, but I think if we would have done that earlier, we saw some big ones today. We saw some real big fish. So we had opportunity at 19, 20 pounds, and that's all you can ask for.
How about it? A new winner on tour, the Alabama Bass Trail presented by Phoenix Boats. Hurst and Freeman, I mean, they've been here before as far as the lake, but they haven't done this. This is a big win.
This is a big win for them. And, you know, when we've had a long layoff like this and then to come back and have this tournament, that's got to give them a lot of confidence going into the rest of the season. But then when you look at it and you see a team like this and they represent our sponsors, you know, they're Phoenix, they're Wadowee, they're Garmin, you know, that's really what you want to see out on your trail. And these guys represent our trail and those brands very well.
Yeah, and even some of the baits they were using and lose reels, it all paid off, guys. I talk about you've been in this situation before. You've been on this lake. You said you fished it your entire life. You're only, what, 42, been doing it for 30 years. I mean, the hours between you have to be insurmountable. Unbelievable.
We have fished here a lot of tournaments.
Yeah. Do you think that was key? I mean, did it key you into one area or one thing?
It did. It helped us. I mean, knowing where we wanted to go and just so much history here.
Well, one thing we hadn't even talked about is the Angler of the Year. I mean, was that even a thought coming into this year? Because you've got a 5th place at the first stop, a win at the second stop. You're our Angler of the Year points leaders right now.
It's always a thought with me and him. You know, that's what we strive to do, win Angler of the Year, win tournaments. So.
I mean, great fish caught, 17 plus, taking the win today. And now we move to what they say is the crappie capital. I'm done with that. It's the bass capital. That thing has some big bass in it, Weiss Lake.
You know, we are excited to go to Weiss Lake. It's going to be fun to see what happens there.
Hope it's going to be some good weather as well. Well, that's it. We're finally back on track. The next stop, Weiss Lake, Alabama Bass Trail North. You can catch it right here on Fox Sports Southeast.